So hello everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So today we will be talking about how you can make your day more productive, and I will also share a sheet with you so that you can track your productivity throughout the day. Okay, so let us go through the sheet once, and let us also see that how you can use that sheet to track your productivity. Okay, so this is the sheet. So the sheet basically has four pillars. So the first pillar is health pillar, the second pillar is wisdom pillar, the third pillar is time management pillar, and the fourth pillar is obviously like the action pillar or the system of action pillar. Okay, so in the first pillar, which is health pillar, so it has three major sub pillars. So the first pillar is physical, the second pillar is mental, and the third pillar is having the right diet. Okay, in physical pillar you just have to ensure that you are physically fit enough to complete your daily activities. It doesn't really mean that you have to be very physically fit or you need to have a very good physique, not nothing of that kind, but you have to be you have to just ensure that you are physically fit enough to pursue your goals. Okay, in the mental fitness part, what you have to ensure that you are visualizing your long term goals and you are visualizing yourself in the position you want to be after a certain period of time. For example, if you want to be a better position in your current job, you have to visualize regularly that I will be in that position. Okay, and what do I mean in this pillar is that, like, don't say negative words to yourself that I can't do this, I am depressed, I will not be able to do this. Always say that I will push myself to do this, I can do this if I put the right efforts, I will be consistent enough to achieve this. Okay, so always say this kind of things to be mentally fit. Now coming to the third sub pillar. So the third sub pillar is diet. So diet basically includes that you are drinking plenty of water, because drinking water helps a lot, to be very honest, and also you are having the right amount of intake, or I would say nutrients intake. So basically have a balanced diet. You don't have to be cutting down on calories particularly. Just have a normal balanced diet. Don't eat too much of junk food. Just have a healthy diet. That's it. And also one more thing here is that, like, always have self care. Always take self care, because by self care, what I mean to say here is that, like, let's say if you have some limitations, like if you are not very good at something, you don't be too harsh on yourself that I am not this good at a certain thing, so I might not be able to achieve this thing in my life. Okay, so don't really limit yourself. Always be like, okay, so I don't have this, but I can make up in this part. Okay, so always don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes, like, you have to be like, no, I am doing good, I will be able to accomplish this. Okay, so this is what do I mean by self-care. Okay, now coming to the next pillar, which is wisdom pillar. So wisdom pillar is basically the pillar where I tell other people that you need to upskill yourself. Okay, so for example, like for me, wisdom pillar consists of swing and FNO trading, because many of you might know that I am very active, means very interested in like trading and investments, all of those stuff. So like 8% of my wisdom pillar consists of IC, swing, and FNO trading. IC is basically a course which I am currently pursuing for digital marketing as well. So my wisdom pillar consists of these three things for the first part, and the second part is that, like, you should also learn how to manage your emotions. Okay, what do I mean by emotions management is that, like, don't let meaningless entertaining things to get into your head. Like, don't let that some small fights, or like if you had a meaningless fight, don't let those things come into your head or stay in your head for a long time. Okay, so if it doesn't matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes thinking about it. Okay, so don't really spend time thinking about things which will not matter in the long term. Instead, begin thinking about things that will matter in the long term. Okay, the third one is the time management pillar. In the time management pillar, like, you obviously have to ensure that you are not addicted to something. Like, you are not addicted to social media, you are not addicted to Instagram reels, you are not addicted to like YouTube shorts. Okay, like, it's, you can watch them in your leisure time, but don't be addicted. Okay, and obviously the second part is also like reducing time on social media. Like, don't spend too much time on like social media. Like, don't get into too much meaningless post on social media. Like, if there is a I would say there's a fight on social media between two influencers, like, that's nothing benefit for you in that fight. Okay, like, the two influencers are fighting over each other, there's nothing for you in that fight. Okay, so there is no point in wasting time in that. Okay, so you have to basically reduce wasting time on social media. You should use social media for finding new opportunities instead, rather than like wasting time on it. And the third one is obviously like having a sleeping discipline. Okay, and also like try to maintain a particular sleeping discipline. Like, try to have a fixed time for sleeping, and also try to have 8 hours of sleep, as I mentioned in the previous video. Okay, so that's all about the time management pillar. Now coming back to system of action pillar, obviously, like, you have to do actions during the day, right? So if you manage time well, if you manage your health well, if you upskill well, so the fourth one becomes a lot easier, like doing a lot of actions during the day. So in the action pillar, like, you should do active work for 8 to 9 hours. Okay, so for example, my active work is like working in Google, obviously, like for the weekdays, and on weekends I generally don't have a lot of work, but I still do some side hustles, like making videos or like doing some digital marketing and all of those stuffs. Okay, so but for weekdays you should at least do active work for 8 to 9 hours. Okay, and the rest of the time you can do asset work. What do I mean by asset work is that, like, generating more sources of income, or like making assets that will pay you well in the future. Okay, so basically growing and making more assets in your leisure time. Okay, so that's what system of action pillar generally means. Okay, so if you add all the percentages of the all pillars, so that's 40 plus 25 plus 20 plus 35. Okay, so that's 120%. Okay, so if you can complete all of them, that's awesome. Okay, because you are giving 120% of your effort every day. Okay, but let's say if on an average if you give more than 100% every day, I think you will have a product, means that day if you have more, if you are getting more than 100% a day, so that means that day is productive for you. Okay, because you have given more than 100% on that current day. Okay, so that means the day was definitely productive for you. If you get all 120%, that means it was a super productive day for you. Okay, so on an average if you can get more than 100% 5 to 6 days a week, so that means you are really doing great progress on yourself, and like you are going on the right track. Okay, so this is the message I wanted to give in the video. So if you want a fresh copy of this sheet, so do mention in the comments, and also I will give you a form. You can fill the form stating your email IDs, and I will give the clean sheet in the email IDs. Okay, so that's it for this video. See you in the next video. Bye.